With John McCain today saying that tomorrow night's debate will not be a game changer, there is every chance that his last chance to effect one may occur at the desk of the late-night talk show host on whom he skipped out on the 24th of September and who has pounded him with the insistence of Muhammad Ali every night since. Our number one story on the countdown, a new view of tomorrow's debate. It's McCain's last chance to practice whatever he plans to say to David Letterman on Thursday. With all due respect to tomorrow night's moderator, Bob Schieffer, we can count on Mr. Letterman to sufficiently probe some of McCain's recent eccentric behavior. The whole world witnessed the night that McCain canceled on Letterman after the phony suspension of his campaign nearly 3 weeks ago, with yours truly getting the best seat in the House as the senator's replacement. Surprise, Senator. Mr. Letterman then and now not about to let any of this go.
Maybe you heard the big news. John McCain, Senator John McCain, Republican candidate for president, was supposed to be on the program tonight. Were you aware of that? Yeah. But he had to cancel the show because he's suspending his campaign because the economy is exploding. Suspending the campaign.
Yeah.
Or are we suspending it because there's an economic crisis or because the poll numbers are sliding?
Whoops.
And now we've just been told, here, take a look. Do we have it on the thing? This is going live. This area is right there.
He was imbued with a
Doesn't seem to be racing to the airport, does he? This just gets uglier and uglier. I'm feeling bad for the man to have participated in this. Hey, John, I got a question. You need a ride to the airport? Here's good news. Paris Hilton is on the program tonight. Unless she needs to rush to Washington to fix the economy. Yeah. But it's going to be a big week for John McCain. Don't kid yourself. Today and tomorrow he'll be campaigning. Wednesday is the debate. And then Thursday he cancels on me again. So that'll be a big...
So I'm keeping late Thursday open just in case. Let's bring in MSNBC political analyst, columnist for CQPolitics.com, Craig Crawford. Good evening, Craig.
Hello, I'll be glad to do a stupid human trick with you if I have to.
I think the senator's already beaten you to that. And this can easily be mocked as not very, very important or having any bearing on this campaign. But I keep thinking back when I was a kid, 1968, the famous story, Richard Nixon's driven in the limo right onto the set of the then biggest comedy show in television, Laugh In. He steps out, they roll tape. He says the show's catchphrase. He says it wrong. But he says, "Sock it to me." And I mean, it might have won him the election. These things count, don't they?
Yeah, and they didn't sock it to him. They used to douse water on people who said that. They didn't do that for Nixon. You're right. Hubert Humphrey later, I don't know if this is really correct but for him to say, but Hubert Humphrey later said he lost the election because he did not choose to go on that show. I do think these shows make a difference because they show the personalities, the characters, some of the traits that people talk about that debates don't. Debates are about issues, and these kind of appearances are more about personality.
And there's an organic nature of something like this that we can't have in television news, I don't think, and we certainly can't get it at the debates. But I mean, it was Letterman who gave the full voice to the instant suspicion from many 3 weeks ago that the suspension of the campaign was nothing much more than a stunt. I mean, is there any way he can possibly dig himself out of that one, considering it sort of evolved in real time during Letterman's show?
He'd have to strap Karl Rove to a bulldozer with a jet engine powering it, I think, to dig out of this one. I don't think he does dig out of this one unless he goes to that last resort of all politicians and appeal to the forgiving nature of Americans and just say it was a mistake and let it go at that. A political mistake, maybe, a mistake of the heart. He can spin it all he wants, but I don't think it's defensible, that campaign suspension episode. To most people just thought it was weird.
And lying to Letterman, again, it seems like, okay, it's one guy on TV, big deal. But I mean, what kind of tone could McCain take about the lying? I mean, if you're serious about it and defend it in some way, Letterman will cut him up the way he cut up Bill O'Reilly when he went on that show. If he makes a joke out of it and he's then admitting that the campaign suspension thing was nonsense. I mean, what I'm wondering, I guess, here is why is McCain going back on this show? It looks like it's got disaster written all over him.
Well, he can always blame it on, he likes to blame the media so much
Yeah.
that he could always just blame it on Katie Couric somehow. It's her fault. I think he's going back on to try to repair some of the damage, but he needs all the exposure he can get these days because that debate will probably not, as he said, be the game changer. Debates seldom are. Maybe one way to change the subject on Letterman is to do something in the debate that's so amazing that's all Letterman will want to talk about. I don't know how he does that either.
Well, yeah, what's the number off Politico here? That in the first 3 weeks of September in, Virginia, Obama ran 1,342 TV ads, and McCain aired just 8. So he needs the free TV time more than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely. And also Letterman is where he launched his campaign going to March of last year. So he does sort of owe it to Letterman, I suppose. Although I always had to wonder, Keith, his base, that conservative base, one of the things they didn't like about McCain before this campaign was how cozy he was with the media. And there was some grumbling when he went on Letterman to announce his show. So maybe he dissed Letterman for that reason.
Maybe he did. I don't know. I think he's going to wind up either blaming me or Congressman Lewis. It's going to be it's going to be our fault. Craig Crawford of CQPolitics.com and MSNBC when we're fortunate enough to have him. Thank you, Craig.
All right. Good to be here.
That's Countdown for this, the 1,994th day since the declaration of mission accomplished in Iraq. Programming reminder, we will have the final countdown to the final presidential debate tomorrow night at 8 Eastern. The series has been canceled. The debates, longest running show on TV. Then Countdown returns at 11 p.m. Eastern for an hour of post-debate analysis. Till then, I'm Keith Olbermann. Good night and good luck.